Tell me about this little teeny-weeny problem of yours.
Well, for a man of your talents and skills, it's a piece of cake.
Really?
Uh-huh.
We'll get back to our non-stop play in a minute. This just came off the news wire. Buzz Cooper, the man charged with stealing an estimated $75,000 in cash
They think Buzz Cooper?
From the charity ball, was released on $300,000 bail this morning. Sources report Mr. Cooper insists he is innocent. The robbery, which happened sometime during the ball, brought the festivities to an abrupt end, disappointing partygoers and organizers alike.
Roger.
Police
Wait,
sealed off
don't
the area as soon as the cash was reported missing.
And I thought his larcenous days were long over. It just goes to show you about a leopard in spots, huh?
No other suspects have been taken into custody.
No other suspects?
Wait, I want to hear this.
The one who attended the ball will be questioned by police over the next...
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm breaking in with a live report. About that little problem I had. Voila! I just grabbed the money. These yokels had it sitting there. I mean, if I hadn't grabbed it, somebody else would have. Besides, I had to. It's sort of become a matter of life and death.
Go on.
It's true, Roger. I borrowed some money from these people, and now they're after me. This guy, Victor Pachinoff, or whatever his name is, he even followed me to Springfield. He's here to kill me, Roger.
How much is this debt?
50,000.
What?
Well, I ran up a few credit card bills when I was living on the Riviera. It was really great there. I loved it. And I wasn't working because you don't go there for work. You go there for fun. But fun isn't cheap. But the food's wonderful. You've been there, right? Isn't it a blast? I probably stayed longer than I was supposed to. But every time I ran one of my cards to the limit, another credit card application showed up in my mailbox, like clockwork. It was as if the banks knew. So, between cash advances and a little shopping every week, I woke up one day with this huge debt. Well, what was I supposed to do? Stop eating? I had to live. Believe me, Roger, I wasn't extravagant either. You don't know how many times I cried. Like, there was the time when all my friends went to Morocco, and I couldn't go, because I didn't have any money. And that's no way to live.
Oh.
Especially, you know, there's no point in living when you have to say no to fun all the time.
Oh, honey, I mean, you saying no, the mind reels.
Anyway, it got really awful, because the nasty bank people started calling me every day, and they would only call first thing in the morning, which I think is just plain rude.
Yeah.
Anyway, I met these two guys in Europe, and they lent me the money to pay my bills. And now, just because I came back to Springfield, they think I ran away or something, so they're after me.
So this Victor person is in Springfield, and you've seen him?
Mm-hmm. He's this big, creepy guy, and he follows me everywhere and threatens me.
Well, you know, $50,000. That's a lot of money, especially when you don't have it.
Yeah, well, my mother could pay it off in a minute if she wanted to. But she's being impossibly mean about money. And Daddy, well, I know Daddy would do anything to raise it, but he can't. And I can't stand watching him go crazy trying to.
Yes, well, I know. From what I understand, he would risk anything. But, I mean, for you to steal this, how about your trust fund?
Oh, Roger, I've asked her 1,000,000 times, but she just will not give it to me. I told you, she's being so mean.
Well, but what if you tell her about the danger that you're in?
Oh, no. Forget it. I could never tell her that. I'd be lectured for the rest of my life about consorting with unsavory people. I'd never hear the end of it. You know I'm right. You're the one person who should understand. But now, see, now everything's fine. We just have this one little detail.
We? Now, what's with this we business?
It's just my bedroom. You don't need to come in here.
Well, the warrant does take in the whole house, sir. If you don't mind, it'll just take a minute.
Okay,
We're under a lot of pressure at the department this morning. You know, we're answering every call, even the possibles.
really?
Oh, yeah. It was a big robbery last night in Springfield. The Fifth Street Ball. A big chunk of money was stolen.
What's that got to do with me?
Any evidence of a forced entry here?
Who'd want to force their way in here?
I take it that means no?
Why do you even ask?
Well, we're just thinking of your safety, sir. I mean, it is very isolated out here, isn't it?
Well, that's the way I like it.
Really? I heard your son did, but it's funny, I always thought of you as a guy that wanted to be in the middle of things, you know, mixing things up.
That's the way you thought of me, huh? Well, you thought wrong.
Well, you know, my dad always said that anything was possible. I think it's kind of funny, you know. I mean, a guy like you wanting to be out here in the middle of nowhere in a deserted old farmhouse. I would have thought, you know, with a story like that, you want to be in town with your news crew directing them.
Well, last night went a little sour on me, Detective.
Yeah, I was there.
Well, then you saw my wife publicly humiliate me, my ex-wife. You can understand why I wouldn't want to isolate myself from the good denizens of Springfield who feed on the misery of others. Now, why don't you come on level with me and tell me what you're doing here? Why me?
Well, thieves. Thieves. I mean, gangs of thieves. If they were going to hide or they were going to stash any money, I mean, wouldn't this be the perfect place to do it, a deserted farmhouse?
I heard on the radio that Buzz Cooper took the money.
Yeah, I know, but there's the majority of the money we haven't found, so we have to investigate all the leads.
Wait.
What?
I just thought of something. There was a door downstairs, didn't look quite right, and it just hit me. Now that you're saying this, maybe it was
Let's go
Jimmy.
take a look.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt, right?
Are you sure you're alone here, Mr. Thorpe?
I would swear to it.
Very nice garter belt.
Well, Springfield's finest is busy beating a hasty retreat back into town.
That was such a rush.
What?
Oh, what an incredible adrenaline high. Oh, my heart was pounding so hard that I thought that detective was going to hear it or something. But you were so cool. I've never seen anyone handle pressure like that. Oh, you were ice. It was brilliant.
Yeah, if I was so brilliant, I would not find myself an accessory after the fact.
Oh, you were just helping a friend in need, that's all.
It's called aiding and abetting by law.
It's going to be fine. You won't be sorry.
Well, to ensure that, you're going to have to keep that lovely mouth of yours zipped. I mean, nobody can know about us.
Nobody will. I promise I'll be as quiet as a mouse. But since we're going to be partners now, I really think we need to get to know each other better. Don't you? What will I ever do to repay you, Mr. Thorpe? Will this do?
It's a start.
Oh, all we care about is right here, right now. I'm gonna make you forget about, what's her name? Holly.
It's not really as bad as it looks. See, it's just mostly clutter. It just takes a little tidying up.
Well, we know how to clear a desk.
I want what? Where are my floppies and my files? I know where my files are. I think the floppies.
Fletcher, you don't have to move out of here.
Oh, it'll only take 10 minutes.
I mean, you know, I could move out to the newsroom and you could stay here.
What? Come on. Whoever heard of a publisher out in the newsroom? That's my domain out there.
All I'm saying...
No, all I'm saying is that you are an office person. You belong in here, away from the messy world out there. You are an island of sanity. You are my serene and beautiful love machine.
I think we better stop right there. But I am not a statue.
Duh.
I am flesh and blood. Haven't
And
you
more.
noticed?
Noticed? Haven't I noticed? I've noticed every square
centimeter of your lovely frame. I mean, I am tempted to shut the door and close the blinds and explore evermore parts of you. I'm looking for that tattoo you say you do not have.
No, Roger, remember you just said out there that the journal has to be a well-oiled machine.
I was speaking of you at the time.
And last night.
Last night? Forget about last night. This morning. What about this morning?
I'll never forget.
Neither will I. I wish I had pictures.
But we can't let this interfere with work, right?
All right. We'll let it interfere with work at a later time, all right? My floppies. I'm looking for my floppies.
No, but really, why don't you just keep this office and I'll move into the newsroom? That's it, final.
No. I am taking me and my floppies out to my old desk, and that is final. Whew.
Oh, yeah?
Oops. I did it again.
What?
Mentioned that name that should only be spoken in hushed tones, if at all.
Cut it out.
I know Holly still has a hold on you, but I am going to make you forget all about her. All I need is some time. And you are going to give it to me. And in return, I'm going to give you things. Good things. Curses. Foiled again.
Where's the bag?
The bag? Oh, the bag. The bag with all the money in it.
You gonna give it to me?
How about we play for a little while and then I'll give it to you? Okay, first things first. Voila.
That all of it?
Yes, but why are you being so serious?
Hey, you want me to help you? That's what I intend to do.
Yeah, you're gonna give the money to that guy Victor, right?
What else would I do with it?
Well, do you mind if I don't go with you? He's really creepy. He scares me. You are going to give the money to Victor, aren't you?
Don't you worry about a thing. I'll take care of it.
Why do I have the feeling that something's going down that has to do with Holly again?
The only thing that's going down has to do with you. A very, very, very charming girl who needs my help. And who's going to get it?
Well, after the way you handled Detective Cutter, I would trust you with anything.
If you're looking for trouble, Roger, why don't you go someplace else?
Why on earth would I be looking for trouble? Last I heard, the journal was a place of business. That's why I'm here. May I join you, Tangy? Now, I'll understand if you say no, since I'm beginning to feel like the villain in a melodrama.
Well, as long as you don't start sporting one of those curly mustaches. Have a seat.
Thank you.
You know, Roger, you're my friend, and I really don't care who knows that, but you gotta know what you do to everybody when you show up here.
It does seem a little tense.
A little?
I don't know why that should be. Holly made her decision. You know, I was tremendously obsessed with her, but something happened last night that made me realize it and put it all in perspective. And I woke up this morning with a decidedly more youthful outlook on life.
How young are we talking?
Let's just say that I feel really, really relaxed this morning.
Well, I'm really glad for you,
Thank you.
Roger. I know that you didn't come down here to tell me that, though, so why are you here?
Very perceptive. I'm actually here because I want to place a personal ad.
Yeah, I think the idea of the history of Springfield is good, but how long would we run it?
Dinosaurs up to the present day.
No, I mean, how many days? How many days do you think?
I don't know. I haven't even thought about it.
Sam, what is Roger doing
He's
here?
a creep, that's what he's doing here, and he's trying to unnerve you, and that's why he's here. I should have punted his butt right out the window.
That would have done a lot of good.
Yeah, you're right. He bounced back. Well, maybe we could just ignore him. Yeah, hey, we could. We could do that. You want to just ignore Roger Thorpe right out of existence? We could do that, can't we?
We could do
then
that.
we can make love twice.
Ignore him and he'll go away.
Yes.
So you want to rent your house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't care how you word it. Just make it sound very attractive, which it is, and one heck of a bargain.
Well, you could have phoned this in. You didn't have to bring it in person.
You know that money that was stolen from the 5th Street ball? Aren't you a little curious to know where that cash wound up?
Yeah, but
Why don't you turn that piece of paper over and take a look at the other side? It's a little tip. I thought you might be interested.
where did you get this?
Can't tell. Sources.
Sweetheart, I've been looking all over for you. As soon as you get this message, would you please call me? I need to know if you're okay. Blake? Are you there? Blake, I know you're probably still mad at me, but we have to talk.
Oh, thank God. I have been looking everywhere for you.
Really? Last time I saw you, you were looking all over for your daughter.
Honey, I left messages all over town. Why didn't you call me?
Sorry, I was busy. Had a lot of work I let slide here.
Well, I've got a lot of work to do, too, I guess, convincing you that I know now what a jerk I've been. And for that, I'm sorry.
Daddy? I'm home. It's Dinah. Daddy? Oh, shoot. Roger, where are you? I hate answering machines, and everybody in America seems to have one. Well, I should have heard from you by now, so just please call me when you get in. Roger. Get out of here. My father is right upstairs. If you don't leave, I'll scream.
Good, go right ahead. Because I happen to know that you're here all by yourself. You shouldn't have run out on me last night, Dinah. I told you not to. Now I'm here to collect. Honey, you were right. Our marriage should come first.
Should?
Does come first.
Yeah, well, I used to think that.
It does. Now, look, you're more precious to me than anything on earth, and I just want you to come back home with me, will you? You were right about that, Sue. It's not just mine, it's our home.
Excuse me.
Blake, I just want you to come back, okay?
Excuse me.
No. Honey, I need you in my life. I don't seem to have much of one without you.
Excuse me.
Honey, there's no water in that, and the plant looks pretty dead.
I'll get some more.
Blake, like this plant needs water, I need you, honey. You know when I saw you at the 5th Street ball?
Which time was that, Ross? The time you screamed at me or the time that you ignored me because you were looking for your daughter?
The time when you were standing all alone and I love you. You were standing there and I realized right then how stupid and how wrong I've been.
Did you tell Bentley, the banker, that? Did you tell him you were wrong to want to mortgage our house to bail your daughter out of a scrape that she got herself into?
As a matter of fact, I did. I told him this morning.
You did?
Yes. I still don't think my instinct was wrong, though, to help my daughter who was in trouble. And at the time, it seemed the only way out. But now that I think about it, it was thoughtless and arrogant not to consult you. But in anyway, the mortgaging the house issue, that is dead.
You promise?
I promise.
Oh, thank heavens, Ross. I was starting to envision us living in a trailer park or an empty refrigerator box.
Does that mean you're gonna come back home? Blake, I mean it. I can't seem to get through the day without you. And with you, I think that refrigerator box would seem like home.
I did get you the money, Victor, in cash.
Lying only makes the insult worse.
I'm not lying. A friend is going to deliver it to you. If he hasn't yet, then he will.
Dinah! There's no more time for excuses and fake friends.
Right. God. Nothing fake about me. Moving, you're dead.
Yes.
Can we go home now?
Oh, Ross, there's nothing I would like more. Wait a minute, does home mean home for two or home for three?
Honey.
What is it, Ross? You're not telling me something. What's wrong?
Dinah is still missing. She never did come home last night.
Well, that's not the first time.
Well, she's missing in my car.
Oh, well, that's new. Of course, that's not a surprise either.
Blake, something could have happened to her. Could you help me?
Help you? What can I do to help?
I want you to give Frank a call.
Frank? Frank is in the Frank you tried to run out of business. That Frank?
I'm sorry about that, too, but I still have an investment in this detective agency, correct?
Ross, I don't want to hurt you any more than she already has. But believe me, she found the mother lode. She will not wander far.
Blake, please.
I'm sure she's probably sawing a new crop of pie crumbs on the living room couch even as we speak.
What are you doing?
Calling home to prove a point.
Answer it.
Hello? Hello? I was right.
She's back.